Independence County detectives still trying to figure out what happened to James Bushart. Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight for KARK 4 News at 10. I'm Caitlin Reardon in for Hillary Hunt. The 49-year-old's body was found inside of a dumpster earlier this week in Independence County. 4 people in Lonoke County are facing a number of charges, including capital murder. Tonight, KARK 4's Rochelle Turner speaking to Bushart's girlfriend. And Rochelle, what did she have to say?
Well, Caitlin, good evening to you. Amber Anderson is completely heartbroken. She says she and James were in a relationship for 17 years. She says he was a good person, and it's still hard to believe someone would hurt him.
That's us. That's the only one I could find with both of us.
Amy Anderson flips through memories she shared with James Bushart.
We dated 17 years. Really, the last few years, we kind of lived here more or less as roommates.
She says James was silly and fun to be around.
He loved music, and he loved to have a good time. And he was smiling most of the time and chatted to himself, you know, and giggling all the time. And
he had a big heart for his 3 dogs.
He loved Lola. First thing when he got paid, he bought pet food and pet supplies for the dogs.
And it's memories like this that are the only thing left for Anderson.
Just a big shock, you know, like it's not true.
Earlier this week, detectives in Independence County found Bushart's body inside a dumpster.
Why would someone even do that to anybody, you know?
The investigation led authorities to this Lonoke County home. That's where deputies connected these 4 suspects to his death. They're facing a number of charges, including capital murder.
It's just not fair. You know, you just think why, and why so horribly, you know, why so violently?
Anderson still with lingering questions, but says James will always have a place in her heart.
Just disbelief and shock and awe, and kind of like he's still going to come to the door smiling and see the dogs. The dogs are going to be, you know, excited to see him.
Now, these 4 suspects are also facing charges of abuse of a corpse, and tampering with physical evidence. They remain at the Lonoke County Detention Center with no bond pending their first appearance. Anderson says James was going to turn 50 years old later this month. Back to you.
All right, Rochelle, thank you. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office is investigating a homicide in the Sweet Home area. This happened around 11 o'clock this morning. Deputies were called to Neely Road, where they found 62-year-old Derek Goodman dead in a driveway. Investigators believe that he was bludgeoned to death with a rock. The suspect, 39-year-old Bryant Goodman, the victim's son, was found nearby. He's been booked on first-degree murder charge. The Sheriff's Office is still investigating what led up to that murder. And Arkansas attorney Cheryl Maples, who successfully challenged Arkansas's same-sex marriage ban before the U.S. Supreme Court in 2015, has died. Maples represented same-sex couples who filed suit against an Arkansas constitutional amendment defining marriage as between a man and a woman. A Pulaski County judge had struck the amendment down the year before, leading to over 500 same-sex couples marrying before the ruling was suspended by the Arkansas Supreme Court. Maples won many victories on behalf of the LGBT community, and speaking to KARK in 2015, she said just how much those victories meant to her.
I feel that I've been part of the most important civil rights issue that has been in our country for 40 years. This has been the most rewarding and most wonderful experience of my life.
Maples passed away Thursday. She was 69 years old. A nonprofit in Fayetteville is helping students with intellectual disabilities get the full college experience. Because Education Matters, Lauren Krakow met the group of students as they prepare to attend the University of Arkansas.
The nonprofit Lifestyles offers a program called Launch, where students ages 18 to 25 with intellectual disabilities can experience everything the university has to offer. The students in the program get to eat, work out, and attend classes at the U of A, which the organization says is important because high school is not the end of the road.
A group of students with intellectual disabilities are looking forward to getting the full college experience.
I'm excited because I would get to make friends
students through a lifestyles program called Launch.
I'm excited at first day. I'm not nervous. I'm excited.
They are just ridiculously excited.
Lindsay Broshears is the lifestyles director of adult development. She says this program was created 11 years ago because there is value in allowing these students to explore what they want to do.
Individuals with disabilities have the potential to go to college and to continue their education. High school is not the end of the road.
According to Broshears, the classes the students take focus on independent living and social skills.
Math, money, budgeting, all the things that they need to be more independent.
Skills that will set up Sarah Jepson for what's to come next. She's been in the program for 4 years.
After college, you get married, get a job, a car, and a house too.
Broshears says it doesn't matter if the students are just starting their first year of the program or if they have been here for a couple of years. They are all a team.
The older students are all really receptive to the incoming students. It really feels more like a family.
I'm so happy with being 4 years.
The students in the Launch program will start classes on Monday. The state of Arkansas is giving the West Memphis School District $22.5 million to fund 2 new junior high schools. However, the city has to match that to keep the funding by increasing the millage rate. The superintendent says the millage rate has not been increased since 1953. If it's approved, someone who lives in a $100,000 house would pay about $6 more in property taxes per month. The new buildings would be equipped with better technology and safety.
It's changed so much since I was in school, and it's going to continue to change. So you got to be part of the change.
The Crittenden County NAACP says this is not an issue about money, but about race. It posted on Facebook that this tax increase would hurt the poor African-American families in West Memphis. The NAACP arguing on Facebook the neighboring town of Marion is predominantly white. It says if West Memphis removed current Marion schools from its city limits, West Memphis could benefit from that money loss. On Capitol View, chances are at some point this week you've received a robocall. Some callers are using the latest telecom tech for criminal activity. Authorities from across the country met in Washington, D.C. to advance principles aimed at reducing the number of scams happening using that robocall technology. Part of the plan would allow advancements to trace the spoofed numbers back to their source.
Too many people, they fall prey to someone claiming to be the IRS, claiming to be the Social Security Administration, claiming to be a grandchild in jail, and all of these things are preying on Arkansas elderly, Arkansas veterans, and people are sick of it and they're losing money.
For the full conversation, watch Capitol View. That's tomorrow morning at 8:30, right before Meet the Press. Coming up, making the world a much better place, one community service at a time. AKA sorority and volunteers teamed up to provide thoughtful goodie bags to those in need.